Now, my student instantly gained pro-level iron shots after just this one simple drill. And what this one simple drill did for him, it gained him really good posture control in his swing. He stayed down lovely through the golf ball with great rotation. It helped his strike location, hitting much more middle strikes. And it also helped with his ground contact, hitting the right point of the ground, ball than turf every single time like we see the top pros do. And what the drill was this. So he actually did it slightly different. My student here did it with a head cover in between his arms, but it is the exact same concept as this ball in between the arms drill. So if we look again here at my student's swing before we did the drill, he really started to get in that downswing, tons of side bend. You saw him really break down that left arm, big kind of chicken wing, lots of club face rotation. Striking control was poor because if he had a ton of side bend coming into the shot, his lead arm would have to break down to hit good strike. If his lead arm was straighter with all that tremendous amount of side bend, he could hit it fat, but he could hit it thin if he overcorrected. And when we're having all that crunch coming into it, lots of left arm bend, the club face loses control, we get flippy. Not very good if we want to, of course, play consistent golf. We've pretty much got every element of the things we need to do to play good golf. Have a good strike, have a good club face control, have a good club path control, all over the place. So that is where this drill here, because what we did, after seeing him in that structure, I thought, okay, what we can do, we can just do a simple training aid here, or even drill we can adapt this to without the training aid. And what we did was fix the arm structure, because if we fixed the arm structure and took out this big bend in the left arm via putting a just ball training aid in between the arms, so if he bent left arm, that training aid will fall the head cover in his case. But if he was actually going to hit a good golf shot doing that, he would have to keep his posture and have less excessive side bend. Because if he had excessive side bend with having, let's say, a ball or head cover in his case, in between his arms, he's going to hit the ground if he keeps it in there, because he's going to have that straighter arm, he's going to have more extended left arm, and that club is just going to plummet into the ground. So for him to hit a good golf shot, his body would have to self-organize. That means his body would have to go, okay, if I'm going to hit a good shot with this in between my arms, which keeps my left arm straighter, my body can't side bend all too much. It has to side bend a good amount, a normal amount, but it has to stay a little bit more upright to be able to facilitate that good arm structure. And like we could see there on that after, it's quite amazing the difference just that one thing made. Like we said, it fixed his straight away postural movement. He is much more upright with his posture. He's less side bended, less crunched. And that was all via this, of course. Because of this, his arm structure was a hell of a lot better. He was less cramped in and pulling on it up. Again, because this is there helping it. Now, what that massively helped was his strike location with the ground and club face. He began to hit much better strikes on that golf ball with just doing this drill. Because again, if he backs up, really has that lead arm bend as a result, the strike location is going to be all over the place. Could be fat, could be thin, depending on how much he bends that arm. So that's where having the arm structure locked down, having then, as a result, the posture has to be better to be able to hit a good golf shot, then it becomes a lot more consistent of striking. And this is something I've done a ton with my own golf game. I still use this training aid for myself quite a lot because it's very multifaceted. That's why, actually, if you watch one of my videos last week, I had the old version of this that had the hole in it. Of course, I bought a new one. This one doesn't have the hole in anymore, so it's not deflated, but this is the cheaper version. So this one really, of course, I use pounds. This one was only around £10 or so, and it's great quality just off Amazon. So absolutely great one to pick up. It's very inexpensive and has a great amount of improvements for your game, rotation, striking, club face control, because if you're not doing what my student did, backing up and then having to break down the arm structure, you're losing control of face. Keeping this in between the arms keeps that structure really lovely, keeps that rotation flowing, keeps that face square. So then after that, it's just a game of repetitions, but there is things you can do with your golf swing when you're not using that to really help. So this is where, of course, what's made the big roll-on effect there? Keeping the arm structure, especially with the left arm, straighter, more extended. So if we do some drills here without this, so without the training aid, so we could do this in place of that if you don't want to go and purchase one of those. And that is, we could get ourselves to where we're swinging and at our finish gets our shaft parallel to the ground and stop. But when we're stopping, we want to make sure this left arm is really lovely and straight. So let me hit one here, just like that. So you can see, look at my structure. really nice and straight with that left arm. So it's going to be really hard if I've had that real bend in that left arm to have it then straight post impact. If it's going to be straight here, it's got to be straight there. So a really good one to do, and it really helps with arms and body sequencing going from there. Helps with your rotation a ton as well. And you're going to notice if you're a big side bender in a downswing, if you're going to do this, what we call the hard stop drill with that extended lead arm. So if you're going to do this and hit a good golf shot, you've got to stay in your posture. So again, let's have one more swing here and have a look at it for myself. And then we can see, look at how I'm moving in a downswing. So you can see there, really nice strike, stayed in the posture really well and moved through really good. Whenever, let's say I have a situation on the golf course that might be a little bit pressure filled and I really need to strike a good golf shot, this would actually be one of my go-to fields. Even if I want to hit a stinger, which here in Scotland, you have to hit quite a few stingers, that's for sure. Especially today, it's incredibly windy. So that's where I like that feel for a stinger. I like my body all getting forward, which is the opposite of really bending down. Of course, a little bit is fine, like I've talked about on the channel, but too much is a bad thing. So I like that for really getting forward, hard stopping with those hands afterwards, and you start to de-loft the club and really compress the hell out of it and get these real nice stingy shots, which is lovely to hit off the tee on a nice links course. Runs forever. So that is a great way as a progression to go from the ball drill to then getting in your swing. And then when you get it in your swing, try to replicate that same feel. I've even seen some players, some other pros as well, do the same drill where they get here and then just fold it up to the top from there as, again, another little integration into your swing. So we didn't do any of that with my student, the integration part of it. We certainly did after the ball. We did a hard stop feeling. But then if you feel that nice extended feel, you can then get into that finish after that, after you've done a lot of that practice there. But it's absolutely brilliant. Fixes so many birds with one stone. That's why it's always nice when you see something in your swing, just like with our student, where we fixed one area and it gave us a load of other stuff for free. That's where you've always got to know where's the right point to target. If you're really struggling with your own golf game, you're in luck, because I have released a brand new lesson subscription for one-on-one work. So if you want to work personally with me, we can absolutely do that. It's a link in the description, and this is called Rotate Like a Pro. So all these benefits here, you'll see on the side of the screen. I'll see the price as well. That's a really good deal. That's not going to be there for that much longer, so that's a limited time. But absolutely, if you want to improve your rotation, or let's say get rid of your early extension, just generally hit that ball better, be a little bit more pro-like, which we can all get. It's not only for the pros with good mobility, everyone can get there. I've got cerebral palsy, and I can get into those good positions as well. So it's very possible. We'll work and tailor it towards that goal of getting that really good rotation. Rotate like a pro course. Come and message me on Skillist, or just jump straight into it, and I'll be really happy to see you and work with you on your game. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button and hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.